I have to turn my sound down a different way.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Pop it off and just turn my sound down. That's okay. Fuck it.
Fuck it. It's cute.
Fuck it. It's hella cute.
I mean, you do sacrifice for cute things.
You know what? It's not easy being a chick.
It's not. It is not at all.
Okay, I don't just wake up this way. Just kidding.
You kind of do, though.
You sweet.
You don't really have any makeup on today, and you're looking beautiful.
Really? Girl, go on. I just turned
That
it
is
off.
one of my favorite lines of yours.
Go on.
Go on.
Don't you stop, girl. I do a twirl, too. Shoot.
That's so. Welcome to the pod. Welcome to.
Oh, is it on?
It's on.
Oh, shoot. Well, thank you.
You're welcome. This week we have a very special treat in Ducking Reality world. We have, I'm going to say my newest best, who will be my best friend forever.
Yeah, yay. I love it. Cheers.
Miss Cheers. Today we're chatting with my girl, Donna Church. And Donna has been a fixture on the island at the bars for a good number of years.
Yeah, like 20.
Sometimes it's hard for me to
22.
think that I've been doing this for 20-something years, bartending.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, it's probably like 24.
Yeah, no, it's been I'm older than you, so.
Just a little.
Yeah, fucking like a lot, like 10 years almost.
You don't look it, though.
Oh, you better go on, girl.
And there it is. That is my best, the best
stop.
response I've ever heard to compliments. Because like compliments can make me really uncomfortable sometimes because I don't get them that, or
Go
I
ahead
didn't
and
get
feel
them
free
all.
to use it, girl.
But you get complimented all the time, and your favorite response is, "Oh boy, you better go on."
Oh, you better go on. Don't you stop. Do a little twirl. Shoot. Because they make me uncomfortable too. You know what I mean? But like, you just get a laugh and you relax a little bit that way.
Yeah. Well, now that I know you better, and like we've been traveling together and we hang out all the time. Because when we first met, you hated me.
Oh, I didn't like your fucking ass was in my way.
I know it's a big ass.
It's a good ass. Don't get me wrong, but like fucking, and you have okay. So I have told that I have a shimmy when I walk, like a little shake, like it's just. It's overly like, but it's just the way that I walk. It's just like a bam with my hips.
Yeah.
Yours is fucking bam, bam, baby.
Well, my hips are bigger than yours.
No, but you have a good walk. I'm like,
have a sway.
I thought I had a fucking good walk. Your walk is spectacular.
There's at least 3 drag queens in the country that have my walk.
Really?
Yeah, there's one guy. The first one that ever picked it up was when I was like cocktail waitressing at like my early 20s, and I would walk across, and he came in. Like,
You have a great walk.
And he came in and he was like, how long did it take you to get that walk? And I was like, what walk?
When
and I was like,
started
no,
walking?
it's just mine.
Yeah, exactly. When I started to walk at like 3. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been walking like that since I was 9.
Like that. Yeah, exactly.
And then recently when I was in Vegas, I was walking across and this guy came up to me and was like, can I walk with you for a minute? And I was like, what? And he's like, can I get that flow? And I was like,
It's a good
honey,
walk.
I was like, honey, do you have an act later? And he's like, how'd you know? I'm like, because only queens will come up and be like, can I follow your walk for a few?
Oh yeah, it's a good walk though. And I mean, I can't even. I feel like I shouldn't even walk behind you or next to you sometimes. You know what I mean? And I always had like a pretty good shimmy, you know. So
I was walking down the street the other day doing my miles, and I had like a hat on and a big hoodie and stuff. And all of a sudden I hear, oh, I knew that walk. And it was Peppy.
you know that one.
And she was like in front of, like I was walking towards her. And I was like, huh?
She was probably still a mile away, like at least a block. She was like, "Oh, that's Cheech."
Yeah, that's me. So Donna grew up in the East Bay. Tell us a little bit about you, Dee.
Well, you know,
How'd you get to be
pretty
so amazing?
shy. I actually really am, but
You are actually like to get to know you and know that now.
because I don't know what it is, but I'm shy, unless there's a bar in front of me, and then I don't know, then it's my show. I don't know, but so I grew up in the East Bay. I grew up in Fremont, for Evs. Went to high school there, graduated there, lived there, first apartment there. You know, and then at 26, I moved to Alameda. So,
What brought you to Alameda?
a fucking great apartment for $600. No, it was $700 a month. It was a huge apartment in an old colonial home with a fucking huge hardwood floors, beautiful old chandeliers, like no closet space, by the way, none. But just great hardwood floors. It was beautiful. Big windows, like ceilings that went 11 feet high.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it was great. It was great. It was my best friend, Bebop and Bologna, because I nicknamed people.
You do.
So, her name is Antonia. I'm not going to tell you her last name, but I would call her Antonia Bologna, and then Tony Bologna, then Bebop and Bologna.
Love it.
Anyway, that's how we got to Bebop and Bologna. So she was getting married, so I took her apartment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then the landlord was a friend of mine that we worked with. So
Is that when you started bartending on the island?
no, I was in marketing, and I was in marketing for years. And then when I was in I&D for trade shows, which is install and dismantle, so I traveled all over the country doing that. And I ran my own department at 20, I think I was 24. So
Wow,
it was great.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, it was great. And I had, my clients were Sony, Adobe, like really big clients. And I just had to make sure I hired all their labor and did all that. And then I didn't want to do that anymore. So I got into marketing because I figured that'd be fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun. Then I decided that I didn't want to do that after 9/11. I didn't want to travel all around anymore. I did logistics for commercials for toys and stuff. Like I worked for Original San Francisco Toy Maker, which is in South San Francisco. And
That's
that was
awesome.
cool. And I never knew what I had to do there. Like it was really really weird, but they came up with a lot of toys, but we would travel back and forth to New York because we had an office there. And then 9/11, I made up a lie saying my niece was getting, not bar mitzvah, so that's just,
Baptism?
yeah, she was getting baptized.
Wrong religion.
Yeah, right. So I know, see how bad? And so because I met this guy who was in a band and he was playing at the Shoreline Amphitheater, which is a big concert place here. And I was like, I'm not going to New York again. Well, that's when 9/11 happened. So I was
shit.
supposed to be in
New York.
New York. And that's my daddy's birthday too, is 9/11. And so after 9/11, I decided, fuck it. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to work for Chanel because I wanted to be draped in Chanel for free.
Oh, I mean, I can see that.
Oh, I love it. Right? It's the pinnacle. And so I just did that. I didn't have any experience for retail besides Contempo at age 16, you know? And then, so I worked at Giorgio. It was the store right next door to Chanel in Union Square. And I was a manager there. And then I got transferred to their flagship store. And they had hella mannequins. And so I would do the windows. And the owner came by and said, who did your windows? Because we had a bat phone. It was George. Only George had that number. And it was when that rang, you knew it was him. So I go, hey, George. Cool. He goes, who did your windows? And I was like, fuck. I did. Those in 35 years of business, those are the best windows I've ever seen. So he created a job where I traveled all over the country doing the windows for the store.
Oh, that's awesome.
For his stores. He had 32 stores in America. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm drinking.
I'm an accomplished bitch is what she just...
Well, it was like, he created this job for me because, I think I got some fashion sense, but I don't know. Anyways, and then so I decided I was done with that too, and I wanted to be a bartender because I just change careers whenever I feel like it.
Good. You find your joy. That's what it
and
is.
this is the funnest job by far I've ever had. I enjoy it thoroughly. It's my boss told me, my very first bartending boss told me, this is your party, and if you're not having a good time, no one's having a good time. So I go into every job like that. So every bartending job, I feel like it's my party.
Right.
That's why
every
I don't want
shift
to work
that you
where there's
work.
restrictions. Like I don't work at Applebee's for a fucking reason. No, nothing against Applebee's. I have friends that work there, but I want to work somewhere where you can have a fucking shot if you want, and tell someone to go fuck themselves when they need to be.
Yep. Same. I don't work somewhere where I have to wear a uniform. I don't work somewhere that I don't know my owner.
Yeah.
That has been my biggest thing. It's like, I want to know whose pocket I'm putting money in.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to put it into a corporation. I'd rather put it into a small business owner.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? And I feel like it is my bar when I'm, because it is my bar when I'm working. When I'm behind it, it's my bar.
Right. Same.
And I want to make it as much, I don't want anyone to be better than me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want anyone to, I know that happens sometimes, but like, I don't want anyone to make more money than my shift. I don't care about tips wise. I just want to be the best at what I do.
Right. And I think that you are.
Thank you.
Like, you are by far the most popular bartender on the island.
Oh, girl, you got one.
Well, it's true. Like, everyone on the island knows you. To like now have developed like a deep friendship with you, and we go places like
I'm so thankful for that.
Me too. We go to the grocery store and people stop you, or like anywhere we go, people are like, "Oh, Donna," and it's not even like they stop you to talk to you. They just want to make sure like that you see them, not even that they see you, that like that you saw them, like they acknowledged you, like, so like later on they can be like, oh, I saw Donna at the grocery store, and it's like a brag. It's like you're a little mini celebrity.
Oh man, sometimes
You
I have
also
to go
make-
incognito.
Yes.
Like today when I have no makeup on and just I have big sunglasses and I look like
A movie star.
no, you go on. See, that's gonna just stop it.
Well-
I'm gonna say that a lot. It's gonna be my thing this cast.
There you go. We'll
Is that what
save
it's
something
called?
for the next one. Yeah.
This podcast.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to do this. I'm
excited
nervous,
to have
but I'm
you.
loosening it up because I'm with you.
Oh, well, that's nice.
Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Thank you. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you for my flowers.
Aw, you're welcome.
I feel bad, like a bad boyfriend.
Why?
Because I didn't
Don't
give
worry
you
about
anything.
it. You didn't grab me or nothing. So I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
I know, right? Woo.
Are you a big Valentine's Day person? You're a big
You know what?
romantic.
I am a romantic. I always have hope for love. Like I always, no matter how many times I've been hurt or like whatever, I always feel like it's out there. Like don't get, once you give up, become a cynic. It's not what it's called.
A cynic?
Yeah. It's then you don't open yourself up to it. So, and like, not to sound like a dick, but if I want you, I will get you. And I don't mean it like that, like,
But you do.
because if I want you to love me, you're gonna pretty soon in a minute. It's just gonna happen. And I feel like an asshole saying that, but
Well, no, and I think that's where sometimes, like, when I say to you, like, where do you get your confidence from? You'll be like, oh, I'm not confident. But
I'm
you
not,
are.
but I'm
because
really
you're
not.
also, like, once you set your mind to something, it's done. Like, it's
I
yours.
never really thought about it like that.
Like, and I think that's where some of your confidence, like, lies that you don't really recognize. Because you come off as, when I first started, like, you intimidated me when I was like, oh, fuck, she doesn't like me. I was like, oh, that's gonna, like, that will ruin this. Because as soon as I came in, I could see, like, who you were, like, sitting at your bar. You're I've done this a long time. I've been to a lot of bars. You are one of the best bartenders I've ever seen. And granted, it might not be the dishes that you are, like, because you've always had a bar back. So you have, like, a reasoning on why you don't do that.
Yeah, and it's still like I really should like be stronger at that. But I've always been lucky enough to warrant a bar back, somebody to clean after me, which is like not good on me that I don't clean as much as I should, because I've always had somebody to come and do it for me. Right. And because I warrant it, though.
You do.
Like,
and you, like you say, you're more about the peeps than the deets.
that's what Mitchell said. Mitchell's one of my our people we work with, and I love him to pieces, but he says she's more about the peeps than the deets, and I'm like, it's true.
It's true. Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Because you're giving good service. You know what's going on in your customers' lives. You're talking to them about it. You remember when they come back in. Mm-hmm. New people that come in for the first time will come back if they get a chance to hang out with you.
That's true.
Like they want to come back, and they want to come back not just because it's a good bar, but they want to come back for you.
Yeah, and they'll come back on my shift.
Right. And you have people that come in only when they know you're there.
Yeah.
And like when you take a day off, you're very thoughtful about who's going to take your shift.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because
unless
I want
you let
them
everyone to know that you're not going to be there.
Exactly. Like I feel like certain people can step right into being with my people. Like I feel like you can do it. I feel like Mitchell can step right into it. It's not very many people. I mean, and not to be disrespectful or anything to anybody else that works at my fireside, but I feel like. I think just the two of you can step into it and really vibe with the people that.
Well, and I think because Mitch and I have a similar approach that you do. Like when we're there to like.
It's your party.
It's our party.
Yeah.
And it's like, if I'm having a bad day, I can kind of leave it at the door because it's not it's my job to be there, to be kind of the bright spot in someone's day. Mm-hmm. So like if I don't feel like doing it, like it's like when you work in an office, you don't feel like writing those reports, but you got to fucking do it. So like if I don't feel like being there, I'm going to like do something to kind of get myself into feeling like it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I feel like even if stuff bothers you, you're like me, like I have one feeling, and when it gets hurt, it gets really hurt. But like when I go to work, I'm at work, and this is my gig, my show, if you will. Yeah. And, But I'm not pretending when I get back there. If something has pissed me off or you have hurt my feelings, if I don't like you, it's all over my face.
Right. Oh yeah, and I think that's a similar thing is like, you don't bullshit. That like, if you're having a bad day, you'll make jokes and you'll say like, you'll be right honest. Like, well, and you'll say to someone, your regular customer or not, well, that just fucking pissed me off. And so like, but what can I do for you? Like, like, let's figure this shit out.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And then you kind of like let it go and try to have a good time.
Yeah. Because it's honestly, it's so fun. And I'm blessed and lucky to have the opportunity to work for the people that I work for. And, Eagles included, Judy Tansey, she's amazing. And Sandy, amazing from the fireside. Eric at the last weekend when I worked for him, like, I pretty much, I owned that bar. That was my shit there. You know what I mean? And like, but, thinking you're not replaceable is not the way to be, because everyone is, you can't replace me. I don't think that the last weekend ever recovered when I left, but, they did well after a while, but I don't think that it ever recovered. My people never went back. And that's like 100 people that would come on a norm all the time, never stepped foot in there again after I left. And I don't, I didn't tell them to do that. It's just kind of ended shitty,
Right. And then
I got injured and was in a wheelchair for a year and was supposed to hold my spot and didn't hold my spot. And I know it's a year and but I fucking earned my spot in this town. I've earned it.
Right. And do you think maybe that's also like because you had that year of like, it's almost like a timeout, like of life. Like you had a year where you were hurt, you were rehabbing, you're in a wheelchair. Do you think that is also what makes you appreciate what you have now?
Oh yeah.
Is like having it, kind of losing it, and then knowing what it's like not to?
Yeah, most definitely. And like, well, Swell, when I worked at Swell with the old owner, John, the babe freeze. But like,
he's so hot.
I know, goddamn. I like, and knowing him as well as I know him now, he's a great person as well. But like, oh yeah,
I don't know him at all. I saw him one day and I was like, who is that?
Right, just drool coming.
Like,
yeah,
can I climb that mountain?
Yeah, you could climb. No, because he's married. But like, I bet you could have. Yeah, he's just rad. And he hired me at Swell, and then his bitch ex-wife stole the bar out from underneath him. When they were getting separated or whatever, she said, "You keep the bar, I'll keep the house." And then she sold it right out from underneath him. Oh. But the new owner, Greg, was amazing. And when I was hurt, he was like, "Look, listen, I know you've been doing football in this town for a long time, and I would like you to come in, and I'll pay you just to come in and hang out during football while Bill Pesh, Batty does your, because that's who I would work with me.
Right.
So would you just come in and please host?" And I was like, felt really honored that he wanted to do that, which made me feel valid, and like validated and like valuable to him. So I'm thankful to him too, Greg. He's a good dude. And like, but it does make you think, you know what? Just because you think you're all that. Because I did it last weekend. I was that was my shit. Fuck you. That was my shit. And then when I told Eric it's terrible, to go fuck off, fuck himself. Well, I told him that hella times. Why did he take it serious this one particular time? Fuck. He told me to fuck off numerous times. He's one of my best friends. And
right.
Like, that security of that 4 days a week was gone. And I worked at Swell 1 day a week, so then I just started working at Swell more. And then I started working at the Eagles, and I don't know. It's this island is really, really fun.
It is. It's really like small and tight knit in some ways, and then really random and
yeah. But you're in too. So it's like, some people bartend in this town are never in.
Yeah.
Like, it's a weird small. It's fucked up because it's a little club, but it's people bartend and they bartend here, but
they're not a bartender. I hear that a lot. Like a couple of people on the island that I've become friends with kind of through you and just like working and hanging out, like they'll be like, "Oh, well, they're not a bartender." And I was like, for a while, and at first, like I've always worked with bartenders. So to me, it was like, well, aren't we all? And then I was like, oh, and then I started to kind of like watch and listen. I'm like, oh, that person knows how to bartend, but they've only worked in this one place. and they know this standard.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't worked in more than one bar.
So
they
you
haven't
have
been doing this for, if you work in one bar for 5 years.
You only know that way.
Yeah. You bartend at that bar.
Yeah.
But like I can walk into almost any bar and within minutes like be acclimated and ready to go.
Totally.
Because I'm a bartender. I've been doing it and I've done it in
doesn't
all
mean you're not nervous at that new spot. It just what's up. Just show me where the shit's at.
Yeah. Like give me 5 minutes to figure this out. Like what's your speed well set up? Like is it this? Is it that?
Yep.
Where do you keep all this shit? All right, then let's get after it.
Yep.
Like I can almost walk into any bar and within 20 minutes be like
acclimated.
Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where like some people are so set and like they've worked in that one bar and they do these few things and that's it.
Yep. And they're not bartenders. They're just bartend.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah. And all of us that have been doing it for as long as we have, we've been through the ups and downs of different types of places, like the high end places, the shit ass places.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to smack some basil. Okay?
Yeah. No.
I am not. Call me a bartender. Don't call me a mixologist. I hate that shit.
I had some guy the other day at my bar telling me how I was a mixologist, and I was like, no, I'm a bartender. And he's like, no. And I was like, no, I do not fucking shift things into drinks.
Or there's smoke a drink out.
Yeah. No, I don't have any, like, I don't, cloves that I'm mixing to, I have no star of anus on my bar. There might be an anus, but there's no star. Like,
yeah, that's great.
Like,
bring your own tool bag there. Like,
you show up like a chef with knives, except it's just all
it rolls out, and you can make your own ice balls and stuff. It's weird.
You're like, oh no, I bring my own ice cubes. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. That's my cooler. Don't touch it.
Fuck that shit.
No.
I have an opener. And maybe a muddler.
Yeah, right.
That's about it.
Exactly. I don't bring my own fucking spoon. I do have this one really good spoon because you know how people can turn Manhattans and stuff or whatever with the spoon with one hand. I cannot use one hand. I've been bartending forever. I can't. I know those little twirls on the spoon or to help. I don't know how to do that. So I have to hold it with one hand on the top and turn it with like my other hand. You can see what I'm doing, but they can't. But like 27 times for certain things, like an old fashioned for me is I don't muddle.
See, I always muddle my old fashions.
See, I don't muddle.
I muddle them and I shake them. And some people look at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, you can fight me.
Sugar cube?
If I have one. But if not, I'll use like just loose sugar. Because my old fashions were the first drink I ever made. And I made them for my grandmother.
Oh,
and so it was
liked it like that.
Yeah, it was you muddled your orange and your cherry, and they had to be good cherries. There couldn't be no shit maraschino cherries.
They had to be good ones.
You could splurge on the expensive cherries for her old fashions.
Yeah.
And a little bit of sugar because she liked her old fashions a little sweet.
Yes.
So you muddle that all, and then your bitters, and then your bourbon, and shake, and there you go. Topped off with a little soda water.
Oh, I never did that. I've never done that. But I make mine because I used to always ask Stevie, who's a friend of ours. I'd be at Swell and someone would come in and ask late at night for an old fashioned. I'd always go, "What the fuck, Steve? What is that again?" And he'd go, "Da da 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 cherries, like cube of sugar, da da da." And then years later, I was having a debate with this douchebag. Darren is his name, and he was going out with one of my best friends at the time.
I met him.
Yeah. You want to punch him in the face too, right? Oh,
I 86'd him from our bar.
Thank you. He's just a douche. Somebody needs to beat his ass.
Yeah, I almost did.
I know. Me too, man. You had to hold me down, pull my sweater off almost. I know.
I got into it. I like slammed my book bag down that day, and like went after him. Kind of like was.
That day
I verbally attacked
there?
him. Yeah.
Well, good. He deserves it. And then he just looks at you like you're a crazy bitch. You know what I mean? You're a fucking asshole. Anyway, not to get off topic. That dude's a dick. But we were having a debate, and I go, and my friend Jay, who's very knowledgeable, is friends with Melanie, who owned American Oak. Melanie's one of the most knowledgeable people I know on any alcohol at all.
I know.
And Jay told me, no, an old fashioned, make it like this, and make it with, don't muddle any cherries, don't do any of that. Do it the way that they first made it, which was with a rye and simple syrup and your bitters. Do it with a rye bourbon, and then do a lemon, like a peel,
twist,
like a When you can like squeeze the stuff. I don't know how to say it. I'm not a mixologist.
peel.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
peel, like with the peeler. And then stir 27 times. Has to be 27 times, Donna, he told me. And so we had a debate about that. And so that's how I make them all the time. I know that Fireside has their own way of making them, but I always say, I have my way of making them. Do you mind if I make it this way?
Right.
And they always like it better than any other ones they've ever had.
Yeah. Same. One night I was making an old fashioned for a guy, and he, like, you could tell he was like a very particular guy. And when I was making it and I brought it over to him, he's like, "What is that?" And I was like, it's my old fashioned.
Good for you.
Like,
yeah.
because I knew what was coming. And he's like, "That's not how you," and I was like, "Why don't you try it first?" He had 3 more of them.
Yeah, he liked it.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, this is actually very good." He's like, "Oh, this is actually exactly what I wanted." I'm like, I'm good at my job.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like, what do people think?
Like,
You know?
everyone else at this bar is very happy. Why wouldn't you be?
Exactly.
Like, you're not that special guy.
Exactly. Your particular ass is what you are. You know what I mean? And I have no patience for like, okay, it's busy. I'm busy, bitches. Like, what? I'm usually always busy at my bar.
Yeah.
And I hate when people are standing there and I know they're standing there for a minute and I come up to them and they're on their phone or they don't know what they want. What the fuck, bitch? You've been standing here for fucking 2 minutes? Like, I mean, this is when I'm slammed. Like,
Right.
I don't usually let people stand there for more than a minute if I'm not doing something. But, because that could be a long time, you know?
Yeah.
Feel like a long time. So when I walk up to you, know what the fuck you want.
Oh, actually, this is a perfect opening for us to start with your bar rules. Because you have... And like with all the kids that like turned 21 during the pandemic, or like, you know, some of these kids lost like 2 years of socialization. So now they do not know how to come into a bar. So like, and you have a very strict, well-known set of rules on this island.
I do.
And like, we've been other places and we'll have to put up the video. We were recently traveling. We were, I think at an airport in Hawaii.
We were.
I can't remember which one, but
I know. Because there was so many, and it was first class.
yes, it was. But there was a guy sitting next to us on his phone.
Oh,
was he FaceTiming too?
Yes.
He was FaceTiming, having a loud ass conversation like at the bar, and we were both like, "Fucking, is someone going to tell him like how rude that is?" And to like get up and walk away, or put your ear like, don't be on the phone at the bar.
Rude.
Like, no, it's like being on the phone in the airplane. Nobody fucking around you wants to hear your conversation.
Exactly. And I just think it's rude to order, to pay a cashier if you're at the store and being on your phone. I think it's put your phone in your fucking pocket for 2 minutes. Like,
or just say to the person you're on the phone with, "Give me 1 second
Exactly.
while you cash out."
exactly. And put the phone down or whatever and then pick it up where you live. If they can't wait, then they can't wait. You know what I mean? Like, so my bar rules. That's funny. I do have them, and I just because I have pet peeves, and my bar owners or bar bosses have always let me implicate.
Implement.
Yes, that's it. That's what I'm talking about. My own rules.
So rule number 1, when you come up to the bar, know what the fuck you want.
Well, yeah, Dick. Like,
Or at least have an idea.
or yeah, and if you don't know what you want because you're kind of a new drinker, or you don't know because you want something sweet, I'll make you something. Just tell me what you want. But don't, when you've been sitting there and you're a seasoned drinker, don't come up and order 4 drinks, first of all, from me without me seeing who you're with, because you're not getting it. I need to see everyone's IDs because I like my job.
Right.
I'm not trying to serve anyone that's not 21. And people should know that. People should know, if you look young, bring your fucking ID.
Right.
Because I have no patience for that. You can't even be in here. Well, I'm not drinking. I don't care.
Right.
You can't be in my place. You got to go. You can sit outside at the tables, but you cannot be in my bar. And so I have a lot of that. People want to buy 4 drinks, and first of all, it's the first like light bulb when somebody walks. The group walks to the back without coming to the bar first. That's your first. And then Malibu and pineapple. Come on, buddy. No, only kids drink that.
It's like Jägermeister.
Yeah. No, but people drink that. My brother drinks that. He's going to be 50, man. Like,
And I drink
Jägermeister's
that.
okay. And you do too. And it's okay.
I get shit for it everywhere, though.
I don't make like adioses.
Yeah.
I don't. Nope. I don't make that. I say I don't make it. I don't fucking make
I actually
that.
don't even remember what's in an adios anymore.
It's like Long Island just with blue curacao.
Carousel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would have to like double check it.
It's just a Long Island with blue curacao.
I mean, now I won't have to because I'll hear that.
What is it? Curacao. I'm
Cures.
bad with the words sometimes.
Now I can't. Curacao.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't carry that.
Good. Nobody should
Fireside, do we
cover
have
that
it?
shit.
We don't at my other bar. But
No,
do we have
do
it
at Fireside,
Yeah,
but I
we
don't
do.
make it. I straight up, if we have the ingredients, I don't care. I don't make it.
I love that.
Like Stoli, didn't serve it for the longest time. I still don't really like to, but no, I see it. I'll have a Stoli and no, I don't serve that. No, but I see it back there. No, I don't serve that. They are anti-gay and I support where I can. You know, so I do not serve that. Pick another one. If I don't want another one, we'll pick another one. And if they don't pick another one, if they don't pick another one, then they're not getting a drink from me. I'm sorry, I'm not making that. I refuse. But then I found out that they're not from Russia. They're just Russian style vodka. So, but still, I mean, years and years and years, I didn't serve them Stoli. So,
but like that fact that you hold on to your kind of convictions and your ideals, and you don't apologize for them.
No, fuck
that's
no.
like that's a very confident thing to do, though. Like, not a lot of people can do that. Think about people that you know, like they'll be like, "Oh, this is how I feel," but then they'll wish-wash on it.
No, I don't.
And
you
were just like, "Nope, I've said it. It's done."
Yeah.
Next.
Exactly. That is like it comes to my other rules. Like, don't talk on the phone at the bar. Don't talk on the phone at the bar. It's rude. It's rude to everyone around you. It's rude to me, and no one wants to hear your stupid shit.
Right.
Nobody. So step 5 feet away from the bar is all I say. I ask you. And if I ask you once nicely and you don't do it, I ask you again. And then I'm a bitch. The third time I'm like, get up from the fucking bar when you're on the phone. Like, I don't like it.
Right.
And it bugs everyone around you. It's rude, really. And then what are my other ones? Oh, don't drum on the bar. Do not drum on the bar. You bug everyone around you. And especially me. I hate it. And don't throw anything back to hit the trash can because I'm the motherfucker that has to pick it up when you miss. So, no speakerphones on the bar. Like, no, don't watch videos. No one wants to hear your stuff. Nobody wants to hear your crap that you think is funny. Dogs jump roping and what have you. Nobody cares.
Right. Oh yeah, I had guys the other night that I had a music on, and they brought their own Bluetooth speaker in.
No, what?
So they were in the back room playing pool, and like all of a sudden I kept hearing this other stuff. I'm like, what is that noise? And then one of my customers was like, what is that? And I'm like, I don't know. Finally, I like happened to walk back there, and I was like, you guys can't just like
have your own music.
And like at one point they turned it up, and I was like, who the fuck is jamming out to that stupid song? And I went back. I was like, guys, you can't just bring your own music into the bar,
right?
And they were like, well, we can't. I'm like, no, you can't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, especially if we can hear it. I'm like, had you been playing it so just the two of you could hear it sitting back here? It's one thing. I'm like, but we can all hear it out front, and it's distracting as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, there's music on. If you don't like that music, come talk to me. Pay me to change it. You know what I mean?
Pay me to change it, exactly.
Pay me to change it. But, like, we don't do jukeboxes there. Like, it's my vibe. If you don't like it, you can ask.
You know what? A lot of people like yours. A lot of people don't like mine. Some people love it. You know, our music.
Yeah.
Like, yours is probably more, mine's, I'm pretty stuck on my music, you know what I mean? But yours reaches out to everybody. Yeah. And I love that. And I love that because I do too sometimes, but like, I've been doing it for so long that like I love 80s hair metal. Like I do. And like, but I love other stuff too, but I don't feel like I like country. I do like country music and I like hip hop music. I like stuff but it's my general vibe, and people know about me and know they're going to hear 80s hair bands when they come and see me.
Yeah.
So, and it's kind of like they're disappointed when they don't. So,
yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm all over the place because for a while, like starting working here and having the two bars where like I had to pick the music vibe was one of the hardest things I did.
Really?
Because in most of the bars I've ever worked in, I didn't get that choice. Like I worked in a jazz club for a long time. So there was like live jazz music 7 nights a week. And like during the day, it would be like music of the people that played there, or you know, or like bars or bars that had DJs at night, or you know what I mean. So I never had the option of picking music.
Yeah.
So for a lot of times, I can just tune it out. I almost like
I can't. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh god. Like I mean, I come in on on days sometimes where I'm working after people, and I'm just like, I can't listen to Soundgarden. I fucking can't stand it.
Yeah.
Like. It makes you want to die. Like, that's like Nick Cave. It makes me want to die.
Yeah.
Like, and I know a lot of people love him, and nothing against anybody except for that music makes me sad. Like,
yeah.
And I want to be happy on my shifts because trust me, it's better to have a better attitude and be positive and happy and still be a bitch if you need to be, if you need to be. But like, I'm a bitch to my friends too. So it's not like I'm just selective on the people I don't like. I mean, I'm more selective to the people I don't like, but not trying to exclude anybody's business, But I like the people that the people that they buy 2 drinks and then they got to make sure Donna, here's your tip. Here, just leave it on the bar.
Right.
Just leave it there. Like some guy, some douche was at the bar. You know who I'm talking about. I think he liked a certain channel on TV.
Oh yeah.
And somebody left money for me at the bar. It was like $23 or something as a tip. And I guess he moved it. And I go, don't move. First of all, don't touch my money.
Right.
Well, I was afraid. I was afraid. I go, I dare someone to touch my fucking money here.
Mm-hmm.
I dare somebody to take my money off the bar.
Yeah.
Please don't touch my money. Don't move it. I see everything. I hear everything. I'm going to get to it when I get to it. I don't work at a ghetto bar where I have to worry about somebody taking my tips off the bar.
Right.
But when you move it, when I've seen when he left it down, where this person put it, I don't need your help. Oh, that guy's waiting. I don't need your fucking help. I don't need anyone's help. As a bartender, we see and hear everything. Mm-hmm. So if that person over there is standing there waiting for a drink, we've seen them already. We've seen them.
Right.
We know they're there. We're just doing something else first. Like, to kind of establish your dominance a little bit. Like,
oh, I hate when people like wave you down and they're like, he needs help. Like,
that's what I'm talking about. I don't need your help.
Right. Don't you have a rule that person then has to buy the drink?
No, but I should. God, I should. You got any rule ideas for me? Because I'd probably use a couple more. I don't know, man. They go over well, but then you know what? It's just Mitchell does it now. He doesn't like it, and other people. Customers of mine, they appreciate it. And then when they go to someplace else and they see someone on the phone or with music or whatever on their phone they're listening to, they go, God, it bugs me so bad now.
Right. Oh, I've had people sitting at my bar and before I could say something to a customer, they've been like, oh, if Donna was here, like, and it's not even like to me, it's like to someone else they're sitting with, or I walked into a bar where someone's like drumming on the bar and someone sitting down from them is like, if Donna was here, you wouldn't be doing that. And we're not even in the bars that you work at. Like,
but they know me.
Yeah. And because you have like a precedent set for the island and for people to know how to behave.
I just have to flash a look.
It goes and it like starts to permeate everywhere because they're all good rules and they're rules that make the bar more or keep it enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like it keeps a certain level of civility at the bar.
Yeah. It keeps
and common courtesy.
Like on your phone. Come on. I don't like certain words. I don't like certain words used. I don't like, I hate the word retard. Mm. And you don't ever know who you're sitting next to.
I have a hard time with that word.
I fucking hate it.
It slides out of my mouth every once in a while because it was huge in Boston back in the day.
I've never heard
but not as a person. Like, we would never call a person that. Like, a thing would be it, or you actually, maybe we'd say you were acting like that. But like, you're broken. Like, yeah. Why are you broken? Which is not like a way you should ever refer to someone.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's because it's like.
It was weaponized for too long. But like.
Yes, exactly. And like, that's gay. You're gay. I don't like that. I don't like the fag.
Yeah.
I call it the F word. I don't like the N word at all. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're black. I don't care. I don't like nigga.
Yeah.
Like with the A.
Yeah.
I see. I'm cringing just saying even that. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it. I don't like it.
Oh yeah, I had that last week when I had that fight breakout at the bar, or start to like get like a physical altercation started. One of the guys kept yelling the N-word, and like I was trying to squash it, and he's yelling the N-word over me. I'm like, you need to calm down. And I was like, say the word one more time and you're fucking done no matter what happened. And he was like, bah! And he's like, and I was like, say the word one more fucking time and you're not coming back here ever. And he yelled it again. And I was like, now you're fucking done because you're an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't care how this started. Now you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Because 3 times I just asked you to stop screaming that word in my fucking bar and you haven't. Yeah. So now you're done and you're never coming back. Yeah. And he looks at me and he like jumps into my face and he's like, does it look like I'm white? And I looked at him and I was like, I don't give a fuck what color you are, but yeah, it kind of does. And there was a very dark black man standing in the corner. And I was like, even if he's fucking saying it, he's out of my
Yeah,
bar.
I don't
I'm 'cause
like
I don't
it,
give a
man.
shit. I just asked you to stop yelling that word 3 times. If you can't listen to me, the bartender whose
It's your
whose
rules.
bar you're in,
Yeah.
then you can't be in the bar.
You are the boss when you're back there.
and
you
he
are the
like,
boss.
yep. I'm like, this is my fucking living room. So you either
You
act
set
how I
precedence.
want or you leave.
Yeah.
That's it.
You set precedence. You set the way your bar is going to be, if it's going to get ghetto or if it's friendly to everybody.
Yep.
And you set it. And just because you're a woman doesn't mean that people can walk all over you.
No.
Because fuck that.
Yeah, and
I'll
this-
come from around the bar.
Oh, and I was right in his face. And when he got in my face, I went right back into him like, you want to do this? I will do this.
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Yeah.
Because shit ton of paperwork for me and my boss. But I will.
Yeah.
And my boss will have my back
Yeah.
because he knows I'm not doing it to be.
Yep. He's great.
I'm doing it to keep the peace.
Yep.
And I'm doing it to make sure everyone's comfortable.
And all of your, see, I love about your bar too, and which is every bar I've worked at for the most part. You're all a cohesive team. And if you're not a cohesive team, if you 86 somebody because they've disrespected you,
Yep.
it doesn't take, I mean, I'm not talking about just 86 and somebody because like little things. Oh, they're out of here.
Right.
This is something that is substantial, that is rude or detrimental to your business or
Right.
or something. It should stay cohesive. That you should never see that person on anyone else's shift in your bar.
Well, yeah, and I had said when I went over the whole thing with my boss to be like, here's what happened, here's,
Has
and
your
I
back.
said, I was like, I don't want them in my shift. And he was like, no, they're not coming back on anyone's
Ever.
shift.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I know other bartenders know them from other places. And he's like, then they can go to other places, but this is not their bar. And it was like clear and like, nope. If if he pulled that on your shift, he's gonna pull it on someone else's. And just to know,
But just
like,
because he disrespected you and you're part of that team.
and
you
that was the
know?
other thing. He was like, yeah, no. If he put his hand and he put his like,
Yeah,
he was like, no. He touched you too. Like he's done. He's out.
Yeah.
And the other bartenders that I work with that know that guy, like kind of know him or whatever, has been like, oh, he comes into my other bar all the time. He's fine. He's this, he's that. They're like, no, he can't come here. Like I told him, just come to the other one, and like yelled at him for how he acted.
Yeah.
And was like, you need to apologize to her. You need to, like they had my back
Yeah.
in the best ways that they could. And
Yeah.
that's appreciative.
No, for sure. Because I mean, all the bartenders that you work with at your other bars, I know all of them, and they're really strong bartenders, just like we are. And I feel like it's not just about money.
No.
I don't care if that person tips you well. They've disrespected you. They disrespected your bar. And especially, they've treated you like they can do whatever they want. And then that leads other people to think that they can do whatever they want. And you're not having that. And
No.
I'm not having that either. You're not treating me with disrespect and like this. No.
Right. Yeah, because you also, like, we're in charge of, like, when I'm on that shift, it's my bar.
Yeah, it's your bar.
I'm responsible for everything
Yep.
that happens,
Yep.
the good and the bad.
Yep.
So I'm going to make sure mostly good things happen.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, come in, get drunk, find someone to go get laid with. Like,
Yeah.
that's, you know what I mean? Like, that's
Exactly.
the ideal. Like,
Exactly.
or like come in with your significant other, have a good buzz and go home and, have a good rest of your night
You
together.
don't want anybody picking fights with anybody or just saying inappropriate stuff like,
being creepy.
yeah,
Like, don't be
no,
creepy.
don't be creepy. Please don't be creepy. And I'll tell you, you're being creepy, dude. That's creepy.
Right. And if I have to tell you you're being creepy, don't fight with me that you're not.
Thank you, because you are. We all see it, creep.
Yeah.
Get your
Old
hand out
guy
your
that touched your
pants.
money, he's creep. And he's
What?
old guy that touched your money.
Yes, yes.
He's creepy.
He's creepy.
And the other day when you had to kind of check him, he was like, no, but I said it, like,
it doesn't matter what you say. If you offend somebody, you've offended them.
yeah.
And like my boss was going to say something to him anyways, and she's really good handling customers with customer service, with like saying the things like, and so are you actually really, really good at, because I'll just fly off. Like
Yeah.
I come at you hard and fast. Like,
Yeah.
like a, what the fuck? Get the fuck? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you handle
You come
it.
in hot.
I come in way hot, dude. I'm like a hot potato. And like,
I come in like slow. I'm like a slow, like,
yeah, but then when you get hot,
Escalation.
you're hot.
yeah.
But like, I'm just like, I nip that shit in the butt immediately, and just either you can get out or you can chill.
Mm-mm.
But I think that I've learned by you to, and by Sandy really too, to like not be so hot right off the bat.
Right.
But it's hard for me when I'm dealing with stupid people.
Right. Well, because you'll get hot and then you'll be like taking off your earrings and ready to fight. Like almost like you're like, all right, let's do this. I haven't had a fight in a while.
Just because I'm pretty or just 'cause I'm cute doesn't mean I won't beat your ass, you know?
Like I come in like real slow and like, all right, let's de-escalate this situation. Let's like get our cooler heads. And then if they can't, then I'm like, all right, I will fucking cut you.
Yeah.
Like I will.
You looking to get stabbed?
Yeah, I will punch you right in the throat. Like,
yeah,
I don't want to, but it will be fun.
Yeah, exactly. Let's just step right out front. And I will do it. I'll say, I quit, and we'll go outside and we'll fucking do this, you know?
And that scares people.
Well, because I'll quit. I don't want to get the bar in trouble.
Right.
You know? I'm sure I'll get hired back.
Yeah. I mean, as long as I'm around.
Right?
I'm like, oh, that Donna, she didn't work for us. This is a different one.
Exactly.
That one had more highlights.
See, her hair's brown now.
Yeah, she's a totally different woman.
She was poor, so she couldn't get any highlights. She lost weight because she couldn't eat. She didn't have a job. Just kidding. Oh, shit. You're so fun. Cheers.
Cheers. But what do you think has given you like that confidence to be like, or have you always been kind of a fighter? Like, is that coming
I'm
from,
a scrapper.
Is that coming from like Fremont?
Siblings. Dude, we always fought. Like you fought. That's how I feel like that's how people learn to fight is when you fight with your siblings, because we would fight. My stepmom, which my mom since I was 5. I still have my mom, but my stepmom, I credit her to a lot. I credit her for the woman that I am today a lot, in a lot of ways, you know, strong and said what was on her mind and doesn't take any shit from anyone. You know, she's sometimes a little racist, but I'm not that way. I don't get that from her, you know, but,
you took all the good points from her and left all the.
I feel like I did. And then, I mean, I'm hot-headed like my dad, when my dad got hot-headed, which isn't always the best, but, I'm a lot like my dad too, when it comes to our family is huge on respect. And it's like, if you disrespect us, it's on. Mm. And so my stepmom and my sister Michelle and I, who's been my best friend since I was born, she used to let us fight. Nope, just go in the living room, just for like till we were tired. Mm. She was on videotape of us kicking the shit out of each other, you know? And like, it's not really a great parenting thing to do, but it is, because you know what? We didn't hurt each other that bad, you know? Like,
yeah.
But it taught us to fight, you know?
Yeah.
My sister's a nutbag. No, sorry, Michelle. Not a nutbag, but she's, you know what I mean? Like she's
a scrapper too.
Yeah, all of us in our family. And we all have the same attitude. We're all the same person. We are the same person, all of us. So it's like if you know me, you know my brother, you know all of us. If you know me, you know all of us. we all tick the same.
See, it feels like that can't be real, because you seem like just such an original and such a force. Like, it would make sense that your family, you have similarities, but like,
yeah,
you are just like a force.
I'm just like my dad. And so my sister told my niece, who I'm sort of like, whatever, she came off with mad disrespect to me, and I'm just not fucking with her these days right now. Like, I'm gonna punch her in the face when I see her. Someone better be ready to grab that kid. You know what I mean? And you want to come at me like an adult, you're gonna be like an adult.
Right.
And that's a terrible thing to say about your family, but
maybe sometimes what's wrong with some of these kids is that they didn't.
She's entitled. She feels entitled because we made up for her not having parents. Mm. My parents died that were taking care of her. You know, her parent, my stepsister's in jail. Like, she didn't have parents, so we made up. All of us aunties and stuff have made up for her and made her feel like she's never wanted for anything. Like, we, overcompensated, really.
Right.
And so I feel like she's just expects it still now that she's over 21 and has a baby. And no, honey, you're an adult now. So you still don't come at me that way, or your aunties that way, or your uncle that way.
Right.
Because if you want to come at me like an adult, you're going to get beat like an adult. You know what I mean? So I'm not speaking with her at the moment until she apologizes and buys me something shiny. No, but I mean, it really, like, it hurts me in my inside to fight with my family, period. You know?
Right.
But it happens, and you know what? Like, I know when to apologize to my siblings, you know?
Yep.
And I'm the most like my dad, and he didn't really know how to apologize, but I have learned over the years how to apologize. But
Well, because
so I guess I feel like my sisters are strong in their own way. We're all the same person. I can't even, it's a good thing we just don't all hang out together every day, you know? Because then
always be thrown.
you'd be like, God, you're so much like your sister. God damn, you act like your brother, you know? And I like being my only person around here that's like me. So my brother worked on the island for a long time, and everyone was like, oh, they loved him. He was his own force too, you know?
Right.
His own, you know, but nobody can be me.
No, you can't.
I don't need to sound stuck up or anything that way, but like, nobody can be me. You can't walk into a bar and just try to take on my style of bartending without earning your stripes in this town.
And that's, yeah, but like, you have standards, and you have, like, that's why, like, I'm always going to come back to the confidence thing, because like, when I first met you, like I was saying, like, you were kind of intimidating. And when I was like, what? No, it's because you're so secure in who you are. And that's, I think, what it is.
Yeah.
Like, there's no doubt in who you are. Like, at times I still question, like, am I this version or that version of myself? Where you seem like you've had this secure knowing of who you are, what you deserve, what you want out of life, and you're not going to take any less.
I wish that was true in all aspects of my life, but I definitely know bartending that's who I am. But like, I wish I was that confident in other aspects of my life, you know?
Right.
Like, I'm like most anybody, I have my insecurities, and I'm shy. I am pretty shy. Like, I was so nervous to do this today that I was like, fuck, I'm going to need a buzzball. And then, you know what I mean? And some beers and maybe a shot. But I haven't even had a shot yet.
I know. I was just going to say we should
get one, huh?
Yeah, let's get one.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Pause, y'all. We'll be back. Pause, y'all. We'll be back. Shoot.
Well, we can do this in two.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because these are really full.
These are really big, too. And you never know.
Sometimes you need a really big one.
Don't give me a long and skinny. I ain't got no time for that shit.
Cheers.
So good when it burns your cankers. That's how you know it's working. Just kidding.
Oh my God,
I don't have any cankers.
I made the joke about long and skinny, and no one's got time for that.
Yeah.
And one of my regulars, our friend Steph, he was like, all you keep doing is dick shaming people, and it's not good.
Oh, poor Tanny Dick. No,
And
I'm just kidding, Stephen. I'm just kidding. Oh.
Well, I was like, I'm not. He's like, yes, you are. And I was like, that was Donna's line. Long and skinny, ain't no one got time for that. And he's like,
I wish I would have known before I got my clothes off. I would have been picking up my clothes off the ground. Like, oh my God, I wasted my fucking time. You know?
And so I was like, no. And he's like, but the other day you kept dick shaming people too. And I was like, when was I, like, I would never dick shame people. And then I was like, you know what? So I might dick shame someone, because you know how much shame us women have been getting about our bodies?
Yeah.
But I was like, when? And he was like, you kept saying big egos, little dicks.
It's true, though. You know what? Small socks, small cocks.
Yeah.
Too. You know what
But
I mean?
I was like, oh, because I was talking about the fight, and a couple people were like, what happened? And I was like, nothing. It was just fucking dudes with big egos and little dicks. And I was like, Steph, I don't know those guys' dick sizes. It's like small dick energy is what I was getting.
Yeah. And they're trying to have big dick energy.
Right. And I was like, so they have huge egos and little tiny dick energy to back it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would never dick shame someone. Then I was like, I mean, I might.
I mean, if you, I'll dick shame some. There's somebody been fucking puking at our work, like at one of my jobs, like, and he's off his meds, and he's doing, I don't know what he's doing, but on camera, because we caught him on camera, and he was peeing and his dick out, and he had a little tiny dick. And my someone who has access to the tapes showed it to me. I said, I want to see it. Oh my God, let me see. And I was like, oh no, this poor guy. No wonder he's so unhappy. And I don't know how you feel about it, but if you have a little dick, you better be fucking extraordinary at everything else.
Yes.
I mean, make it like your mission to be the best at that. Because ain't nobody got time for that.
No. Like, I'm not a size queen.
I'm not a size queen either, but I mean, I'm not a tiny queen like that. I don't like want to. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have time.
Well, it's so. And it's now that I go to the bathhouse all the time to like sauna and soak, and it's clothing optional. So a lot of dudes are just naked. There's a lot of gay guys there too, like you know. But like, so you get to see some really great things, and then you get to see some things like, does that grow? Like, where you're not like looking, but you can't not look.
Oh, I would be all it.
I mean, some days I'm looking at all of it, and some days I don't notice any of it.
Yeah.
But like some days, a guy will be like walking down the stairs, and their dick is like almost right in front of your face, and you just want to be like,
sit by the stairs. So you get
I mean, obviously,
I was hoping it would hit me in the face.
I sit on the stairs sometimes.
I sit on there hoping it'll swing and hit me. No, I'm just kidding. Oh my god!
I like lean over a lot.
I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
I just come up from the water.
Yeah. With your goggles on. What?
I bring my snorkel with me. The jacuzzi.
That's awesome.
But you know, you're like, what happens with that? You know, because sometimes they'll grow. But
there's showers and growers,
not showers.
Yeah, I've had it.
But then you wonder, like, if you see a guy with a really little dick, like, does that grow? Is he a grower, not a shower? Is that all he's got?
Oh, like the acorns, you mean? They grow, I'm pretty sure.
But some of them don't. So I didn't realize. This is kind of embarrassing, but like I was with the same man for like 17 years. So it's like that's a lot of years of not seeing any other dick.
Oh yeah.
So, and then we were talking about something, and my former, one of the guys that we used to be kind of in that group was like, tuna can family style, like short and fat's where it's at. So he'd always say like long and thin will get you in, but short and fat's where it's at.
I believe that a little bit.
And so I made that joke one night, and one of my friends who had been dating for years was like, what do you mean? And then I was like, what, like a shower, not a grower? And she was like, I don't know what that means. I was like, well, you know how some guys, their dicks, like, when they get hard, they get, like, much bigger.
Yeah.
And she was like, no.
What?
And I was like,
what do you mean?
Because you don't pay attention or because you've never seen one? Like, are we a lesbian that I didn't know about? Like, haven't you been banging guys for the last 20 years?
Haven't we been banging different dudes all the time?
I'm like, you've been single. Like, haven't you seen a multitude of penises?
She's not a trampoline.
And like,
she's had Veronica, if you will.
She's not a trampoline.
A trampolina, bimbolina, Veronica, if you will.
And she was like, I don't know. I guess I've never talked about it that much.
Oh, you gotta talk about it with your girlfriend.
How do you not talk about it?
Right? Because it just comes up.
Right. Well, now as the single one of my friends, whenever I get a dick pic, I feel like it's my responsibility to send it to my friends that have been married for a long time.
Oh, I think so.
Like,
probably.
because when will they ever get a dick pic? Because guys are creepy.
I don't want to ever get a dick pic from anyone, you fucking morons.
Right. Yeah. Like, unless I played with it in person, I should not be on my phone.
Thank you. Okay.
That is my rule.
Unless you've had your hand in your mouth around it. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
At least one of those options. It should not be showing up on my phone.
Ever.
No. Like, I've had a dude be like...
And you know who you are, people. Stop it.
I've had a dude that's been like, oh, yeah, let's hang out. And I'm like, I don't know. Like, you're not really like... There's nothing interesting me to, like, go hang out with you.
So then
they'll send me a dick pic. Like that's going to change my mind.
If you can't get... Okay, no.
If you don't have a good personality, I don't want to fuck you.
Thank you. Yeah. If you can't... Yeah.
Like, I don't need some guy with a big dick that's just going to be like, I don't have to do anything because I have a big dick.
Yeah, no. You still have to do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I have to be at least able to have 2 beers with you before we go fuck.
And not listen to stupidity.
Yeah. Because if I can't sit and have 2 drinks with you...
Like, it doesn't... It's
I don't want to have you in my bed.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not even like... I know this one guy who is dumb as a box of fucking rocks. Good looking. Never had a real conversation with him. See him a lot. But, like... Dumb as a box of rocks. Like, and all he does is smile.
And girls, like, take their pants down for him.
Yeah, I wouldn't, I would never.
I don't get, I mean, very sweet. I have had some conversations with him, but it does feel like I'm talking to a junior high-year-old.
Yeah.
Junior high-year-old.
A junior high-year-old, yeah. Or a junior high school old-year-old. No, a junior high-year-old. Yeah.
Like, super cute. I'm sure he's got a decent dick.
Probably.
Like,
I mean,
just because
he also dates dumb as box of rocks. Adorable, beautiful.
Oh yeah, super nice.
Yes.
No common sense.
Yeah, no, and very nice guy too. Just
young.
No.
No, I mean like not young age-wise, young like.
Well, that's because you have to date.
Life-wise?
You have to date people that are more than half your age. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Well, I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they were saying how women date up and across. Like,
explain that to me.
as a woman, like this guy was saying to his now very successful wife, like, if I ever died, your dating pool will be like shit. Like, he's like, do you know that the chances of you finding like another partner?
Why? How old is she?
She's in her probably late 30s, early 40s, but she's like the CEO of this huge company. She makes millions of dollars.
So she'll date up. She'll date.
And he was like, you're not going to date a guy that doesn't make millions of dollars or isn't really smart.
That's not necessarily
And she was
true.
like, that's not really true. And he's like, statistically, women date either above where they are or like laterally to where they are. And I was thinking, why are so many women I know that date way under?
Yeah.
Like
because
most
they don't need
women.
because they don't need your money.
Right. But most guys, so his argument was that if a guy can't take care of you in those ways, his dick's not going to stay hard for you. Because
he feels inept.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's his problem.
Yeah. And that's what this guy was saying. But he was also saying just like as you become like a stronger, more independent woman, your dating pool of guys that you would really want to spend like long term with gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like, I hate that, but it's also probably really true.
Yeah, but you know what? I don't, money is, I mean, it's never been a real big, like I'm not a gold digger. I like nice things. I've been fortunate enough to have men in my life that like to buy me nice things, but I can buy my own fucking nice things too.
Yeah.
But it's nice when you get nice things, but like I also give nice things.
Right.
And like, but I don't feel like that's like if someone can't buy me a Gucci bag or a Chanel bag that I like, I mean, I can buy it myself. I've just been blessed to not have to, you know what I mean? But like, I don't think that's for me, money means nothing. I mean, I want you to have a job or a trust fund. No, I'm just kidding. But
Preferably a trust fund.
But I mean, I want you to be able to like, buy me dinner or something, you know. I don't need, I can buy what I want myself. Yeah. I don't need you to buy me things. It's nice that you can, and I feel very spoiled and loved and blessed by the many men of mine. I'm just joking. It's a joke. Only been
you have a harem of
2-3 binder pages full.
2-3 yellow books. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. No,
yellow pages.
I haven't. I don't date. Okay, I don't date. One of my other rules is just me. I don't date customers.
Right. Yeah, I don't date across the bar.
Yeah, I don't date across the bar. But when I have, because I mean,
well, we all break our own rules.
Yes, because they're ours. Mm-hmm. I have in one time and at band camp and.
It was a great trombone.
Yeah, it was a great trombone. Flute. Yep. And I mean, I was with him for 12 years. So that's the one time. Right. But you won't find anybody that I've fucked on this island. I
have 1 or 2 island mistakes, but that's from one of my early time on the island.
Yeah, but you know what? You can be like, I don't even know you. No, that was not me.
Oh, I did that with a guy, remember?
Huh?
Remember that night that I did? I had gone out on a date with a guy from Tinder, and we had met up like late night, and he started to talk to me in like a baby voice. Oh. And it was just super creepy. And I was like, I gotta go. Like, he was like, yeah, call me daddy. Like, but like whiny.
What did he say?
He called me daddy, but in like a baby voice. And I was just like, that creeps me out in like 6 different ways. I gotta go.
Yeah.
So I like took off, and then he sent me a text message a few weeks later and was like, do you want to come do blow off my dick?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
And
how
I
many
was
lines
like,
do you have? Like, come on.
Like, 1, we didn't talk about that, so why would you assume that I am doing blow?
Yeah.
2, like, that's what you come back with me at after I ditched out after you were talking to me in like a baby voice?
Yeah.
And then, like, months later, he came into the bar, and he was being a super creep, and you were like, this guy.
This guy's a fucking whack job.
And I was like, oh my God. And he kept hanging out with where I was working. And then he started to talk to me, and he's like, don't I know you from? And I was like, nope, never been there.
Yeah, I was like,
and he kept trying to figure it out, and I was like, not even helping him.
And you told me, you're like, I fucking slept with that guy one night. And he Yeah, one time, and he just got really weird, and I'm like, get him the.
And I just
You also don't say my name. I go, I don't know your name.
That is a true quote from that day.
I don't know your name, dude.
Neither did he, because I would never use my real name on any of those apps.
I'm all, it's Chi-Chi. I don't know. And then I didn't know that Chi-Chi meant boobs. So now it's Cheech because I don't want, I want you to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Sometimes Chi-Chi will fly out, but it's not. It's Cheech now because I feel like you like that better, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Because the Chi-Chi is just every time.
Know.
I know. That's all right.
No.
A lot of people don't.
That it was, you don't speak the Espanol, you know?
I'm trying.
Habanoba Espanol. I just make fun of that because I don't speak it. Just kidding. I mean, I know, like, like, ¿Qué pasa? And, like, baño, fuma, cerveza.
I mean, those are really the most important ones.
Right? I mean, pretty much.
Yeah. I've been trying to learn, but my accent is so terrible that I just feel like I'm going to get in trouble for making fun of a Spanish person. Like, that's how terrible my accent. No.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Love you.
But like someone could be like, "Don't keep trying it, Karen." Like, that's what I feel like when I'm trying to like.
Somebody called you a Karen?
No, I'm saying like that's how the insecure I get about my accent trying to speak Spanish.
Oh,
is someone's going to be like, "All right, Karen, take a step back."
Oh my god.
I know I'm my own worst Karen.
You're never a Karen. Oh fuck, man. We got some Karens.
Oh god, I fucking hate a Karen.
Me too.
They give us all a bad name.
Assholes, dude. And it's usually white women that are fucking just dick Karens. I know a fucking bitch named Karen. Her name is actually Karen, but she's a moron. I chase her out of the bar. I'll chase you out of this town if I want. Yeah. And I don't want to.
And you have?
I know.
That's why I was so excited, like, after the first few days when you're like, I don't want this bitch around. And then you're like, oh, actually, I might like her.
I did. I was all, when am I working with her again? First of all, I was all, Sandy, I don't think this is going to work. She's in my fucking way. I just don't. And then Joe was there too. And it was like, fucking A, man. Just get out.
Yeah. And you had 2 East Coasters in your bar at one time.
And I love East Coast. I'm like, I love it. Like, but in my way, dude, you're talking, like, get the fuck out of my way. And it was not just you, but it was like, it was you more so than him because I already knew him. Right. But I don't know. And then it was like after 3 or 4 times I was working together, I was all, when's Cheech coming in? Where's Cheech? Because I want to work with her. I like her. Yeah. And then we started to work. But I told Sandy the first night, I was like, I don't think this is going to work. I don't think you should schedule us together. And she put us together anyways because she knew we would become. And then I'm like, remember Jumpsuit Sunday? Whoa.
I know. We should do another one. We started Jumpsuit Sundays, so we would do. Football wasn't on. Is that why we started Jumpsuit Sundays? Because we were like, we need something. Yep. And we'd be dressed up in our matching jumpsuits on Sunday mornings. Just.
Yep. Sunday afternoon, really, just like noon to 4 or 5. Okay, just because we're gonna bring it back at least once Sunday every month. Let's do that.
We could do that.
Yeah,
and it's a good excuse for us to go get some new jumpsuits.
I know, right? And then we got to get Mitchell and fucking Ben one.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Right? We should all do like the flight suits. Yeah, like a flight suit Sunday. Mm-hmm. We go to that,
and we can make there's like shorts.
Give them hot pants ones. Yeah. I tagged them in a dance the other day on social media.
It was really cute.
But none of them even responded. And I figured at least JR would respond because I feel like he would actually do that. Yeah. Him and Mitchell.
I love them. I love the two of them so much that and I love their girlfriends and I love Tot and Stephanie Haley, aka Stephanie. Yeah. I actually sent him a text the other day and I was like, How's Stephanie, aka Haley? And he, because they had a loss to them.
There's been a lot of that lately.
It sucks, man. Like,
I was explaining to someone what it's like when a bad batch goes around, because it almost sounds like that's what's happening. It's not, because it's not like it was back in the 90s where
bad shit would just
you'd have one bad batch that would wipe out
it's just the fentanyl use and everything is so fucked up.
And so I was trying to explain to someone how that even happened, because they were like, "What? Why do they put fentanyl in it?" And I'm like, nobody really knows why they're putting fentanyl in it.
It's a cheap
It's synthetic, yeah. But it's, as a drug dealer, you don't want to kill your clients.
No, but somebody who's dealing like on a bigger scale doesn't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like somebody's, this is just what I think is like kilos or whatever they're called, the packs that are, like look like a brick. Like people doing that and making more money by cutting their product, it with that because it's cheap. They have to throw fentanyl out after a while. People know where they're throwing it out, the barrels of fentanyl, and they, I don't know exactly because I've never done that, but.
Oh, I was on fentanyl for 3 years.
I had this one friend, she was on fentanyl patches.
Yeah, me too.
And then she also said that you could take them and put them in your mouth. I don't like pain pills. I like Xanax, but I don't, and like Valium and stuff, but only because I have panic attacks. Pain pills don't work on me, don't get me high.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh no, when I first started taking Vicodin, it was like a warm blanket. That's like I heard someone explained it like that one time, and I was like, that's exactly what it felt like. Because it like eased my anxiety, it eased my pain, it just was like a warm blanket or sweater. It was like, oh, everything's more manageable, everything's more tolerable. And it was, but I didn't realize that feeling for like a couple years. Because it was like I was taking it for pain.
It for a couple years?
Oh yeah, I was on fentanyl for 3, and then I weaned off of it a bunch. I was probably on it for more closer to 4 years because of my surgeries. But I was on Vicodin, Valium.
You have legitimate pain.
Yeah, I was on Vicodin. I mean, I swapped between a few of them, but for probably almost 11 years. Because when I got hurt, they gave it to me for my pain. And then because they didn't know what was wrong with me for so long, like they kept telling me it wasn't this, it was that. And it was what I was complaining about. Like they kept just upping my pain pills. And because it was workers' comp, everything took longer. So they would just give me more pain pills. And I have a really high tolerance.
I have a high tolerance for pain.
I have a high tolerance for pain. And then I have a high tolerance for pain medication. My body builds tolerance is really fast.
Yeah.
I come from a long line of addicts. Like, Irish people can drink because it's part of our culture. It's part of our, I don't know, what we've done for decades and generations.
I was trying to make it quiet.
And I had been on pain pills as a kid because I had endometriosis. So when I was like 15.
Isn't that in your uterus? Yeah. Okay.
I had, my cramps would be so bad every month, I wouldn't be able to walk.
I have friends like that.
And so they gave me pain pills. So when I was 15, I had an open-ended prescription for...
don't even say it.
For Narcos.
Are you fucking kidding?
No.
At 15 years old?
I had morphine. I had gone through all of the other stuff, and they had given me... I had morphine pills that they would give me every month.
That's insane as 15, because your life is just starting. It's like...
Yeah.
And then to get somebody addicted to that, doesn't know how to handle it the way that you did... Yeah,
and I think the only reason I didn't become a heroin addict is because I had seen someone very close to me at a young age go down into that and then OD'd.
Oh, no.
So I was so afraid almost of it.
I would be too.
That I was like, I can't open myself up to it because I'll end up like he did. So that's the only reason I think I haven't in all of this. Because I was years where I was over medicated.
Yeah.
And like... a zombie.
Well, you were medicating for other reasons too, weren't you?
Yeah, I mean, eventually it became when you are in so much pain and your life is just kind of at a standstill and you don't know what you're going to do.
And you're not happy.
And you're not happy and there's no one around you that's kind of checking in or making sure or like... I was on my own a lot.
You probably put a face on too.
I did for some parts of it, but for some parts of it...
And your friends should have known. Your people should have known.
Or they did, and like they kind of said stuff, or there was a lot of side conversations. Like after I got healthy, a lot of people came to me and was like, oh, we all talked about it, or we were so worried. And I kind of was like, oh shit.
I know.
Yeah. But I was just like, you talking about it and not coming to me doesn't do anything. Like that just makes me feel worse.
Well, yeah, because you don't feel like anybody cares.
Yeah.
And that's what sucks. And like, I have I'm horrible at returning text messages. I'm horrible at like, but I always want my friends to know that I love them and I care about them.
Right.
And,
but you would say something.
I would. Oh, fuck
Like
yeah, I
you would be like, bitch, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
Why? Like the last couple times I've seen you, you barely have
not
your
yourself.
eyes open.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you will just do that.
Yeah.
Where I wish I had had someone, and until I had someone tell that to me, basically, I didn't really know. Because I was going to a couple of people in my life. Like I went to my ex-husband more than once and said, like, I'm okay, right? Like I'm not taking too much. I'm not doing this.
And he just didn't want to deal with it.
No, and he was like, no, baby, you're fine. You're fine. Because it made me easier to control for him. He got to have kind of his stay-at-home wife and he could go out and do whatever he wanted whenever he wanted to. And there was no ever argument.
Yeah.
Like he could take me out whenever he wanted to or just leave me home.
Because you were fine doing whatever.
Yeah. So like it made his life easier
I'm so glad
more.
You're here now.
Thanks, me too.
Like I feel like you're one of my, like I aspire to do things that you're doing and to branch out like that. Like, cause you're making what you want to happen. Like, confidence. I see so much confidence in you that like, you're doing it, girl. You know what I mean? Like,
well, now I just have told myself like, it's the fear of like, not even failing. It's the fear of success that I have now. Like if I start to get any like momentum and
you will
any success, like even in the bars, like being successful and having more people want me there. And this is like, am I going to have the energy to keep doing that? Am I going to have like the physical capability of continuing to do that?
You are.
Thank you. Yeah. But it's also like, I've been to the bottom. I've had nothing. Like, at one point I was living at my parents' house and I was trying to get divorced. And then my parents were like, are you sure you need to get divorced? And I was like, what do you mean? Like, you've just seen all of this stuff. Like, of course I do. And we got into huge fights. And then I was like, grabbed my shit and I left. And I was like, okay, now I have nothing. Like, I have this car that's half mine, but half not. And like, where do I go? And
you faced that fear and you did that.
Well, yeah, because what other choice did I have?
To go back?
Yeah.
To go back
I'm not
to your
gonna,
fucked up life?
Yeah. I wasn't going to go back and I wasn't going to settle. And I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to have to build new.
Yeah. Well, it's like, my leaving my ex was hard. I mean, I fucked up. Like, I mean, I fucked up and I lied and I cheated on him. And I never, ever wanted to do that. I feel if I could take that part of hurting him and cheating on him back, I would do it in a heartbeat because I love and care about him so deeply that, I never would want to hurt him the way that I hurt him badly. Right. But I met somebody and I fell in love with that person and I cheated on him and for years, for like 2 years. And it's not something I'm proud of, but I just don't want people to think it was just him that, or
right.
That what happened? Like, I'll take full responsibility, but it wasn't just me though. Like there was a reason why I was looking for something else.
Right.
But, we've remained really friends, and like, we have dogs together and, I just feel like, I don't know why am I talking about this?
Because of how you left and you moved on and you're building new.
Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared today. Like I'm scared, like, and I have this really amazing fucking best friend, where I'm living and I get my own room and I have my own bathroom and it's like, cause I was couch surfing between 2 other girlfriends for a minute and a month or 2. And it was like, fuck, I hated it. Like I love them, but I hated it because it's someplace. She gave me like this whole new inner strength just to having that place to lay your head and call your own.
Right.
Every day you can go there, like, is so if you can help somebody like that, I'm just saying, people, like, if you can help somebody like that, I'm not saying help some loser or somebody who's gonna, never leave
or not appreciate it.
Which I'm never leaving, Judy.
Yeah, but you guys have this great
JT.
friendship and like companionship, and like she was in a space too where she had lost a great love, and her life was different than she expected it.
Yeah,
and like you two are kind of like soulmate best friends. Like,
well, we've been best friends for 25 years. Like, but it's like we would not talk for years and then just be like fall right back in. Like
right.
It's there. I've known her forever. Like she's, and I've got a really good chance or really good, I met her brother. Well, I met him years ago, but and I've become really close with him since I lived with her. Cause I didn't really know him. I just know he was cool when he came in with his friend, his best friend, who's really hot. And, yeah. So
Yeah.
things go on from there. But like, I really feel like I've gotten closer to people that, that I wouldn't necessarily have been as close to, like, you know, because of her. Like, she's a
Right.
connector too, you know, like I feel like I'm a connector. I introduce people.
You do.
So,
Hold on.
yeah. This room, by the way.
Thank you.
Pretty bitchin'.
I know. Once we get cameras up in here, it's gonna be mad cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have to.
You're gonna have to come back. All right. Well, I know you have to go because, you know, we're very busy ladies.
Very busy.
But I'm so glad you sat and talked with us and told us some bar rules and about building some confidence. And about
Thank you.
not being afraid to fight for what's right.
It's, you know what? It's fuck it. If no one else is gonna do it, you have to just lay it down. It took me a long time to be this way, but it's, and I do credit my stepmom for a lot of this. You know, my daddy for my wit, and then for my bitchness, my stepmom. You know,
Well, and I think you're like the perfect example is if you live authentically as yourself.
you should.
The
Yeah.
people that are meant to find you will find you, and that everything will work out.
And they'll appreciate that about you. Because if they don't, then they're too chicken shit to appreciate themselves. Like, really, they don't want somebody around them that's going to tell them the truth. Or, you know, and I'm not nice to everyone. I'm going to tell you, I'm not nice to everyone. I'm fucking mean. And it's
You're not wrong.
I mean, because it doesn't matter if you come into my bar and you don't like me, because your fucking friends do, and you'll be back and you'll love me too soon. You know,
Haters are just fans that don't know it yet.
exactly. I mean, like, I don't. So many of my dear friends, we have at first didn't like each other. Like Jenny, she's my road dog. Jenny,
I love her.
I know, me too. And she was like, she hated me. I thought she fucked my boyfriend at the time.
She's not fucking anyone's boyfriend.
But I was all, where are you from? Yeah. I was like, what's this bitch doing to my boy? She fucked my boyfriend, you know? No,
No,
totally
maybe
was
you
the wrong
fucked your
person.
girlfriend, but not your boyfriend.
Yeah, totally. And
No, she wouldn't fuck your girlfriend either.
Nope, she wouldn't.
She
'Cause
wouldn't.
she's a solid, man.
She is.
She's a significant other when we go on vacations with our one group of friends, you know?
Well, that's the kind of the weird special thing about this island too. Is like it's a very special place because of the placement, because of the beauty, the weather, which could be like 10 degrees warmer, but that's
Right, I know.
global warming. But the amount of people here who are just authentically them and comfortable and open, and you know that they don't like anyone, but when they like you, then it's like, oh, all right, yeah, no, I fit here.
You attract the real people that way, I feel like.
Yeah.
And when you're fake, I can't deal with fake. I can't do it. Or drama, like, I like to hear about the drama. I don't want to be part of it.
Oh yeah, I love listening to it, hearing about it.
Gossip, love it. Don't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Come tell me all your shit. I'll tell you what's real about it, and then I'll go my own way.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that we became, like, once we hit it off, it was like,
Yeah.
it was like, no, it was kismet, you know? Kismet.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go have some more Kismet moments while you find your joy.
Yay.
All right. Thanks, Donna.
Thank you. Yay, I love you.
Love you too. Bye, y'all.
Bye,
Have a good day. Find some joy.